I feel like we spend so much time thinking about people we shouldn't be thinking about or bothering ourselves about people we shouldn't even bother ourselves about comments, about someone's opinion. We let people literally live rent free in our heads, and we bother ourselves all day, spend our productive time thinking about feeling uncomfortable about someone who we shouldn't actually even be bothered about. And story time, I always have a story. While I'm talking about this is because of an experience I had recently. I know I'm always talking about experiences I have. Basically, most of these videos, the stories behind these videos are from my experiences, things I literally thought about, and I decided to share. So, most of these videos are entirely my experience and thoughts. So, story time. So, basically, I think when I was in school, I think I was about 19 or so, my second year in university. I used to live in a dormitory, or what's here in Nigeria we call hostels. I don't know if it's called hostels in other places, but I used to live in a hostel, and then we lived. I think we had in each room we had about 4 to 6 individuals, depending on the size of the room. And to think about it, then it was fun. Some years were fun because we literally had to like switch rooms at the end of every semester, which I think is the same thing with almost all schools. So we had to switch rooms and switch roommates and things like that. It was entirely up to the school to do that switching. And thinking about it now, having 6 individuals from different backgrounds was kind of would lead to a disaster. There would be minor quibbles, there would be clashes per se. So while I was there, I always did keep to myself most times when I was in school. But sometime in my year 2, I had this minor quibble. It was actually childish quibble if I knew. Actually, think about it now, with someone, with a girl there, and many of the times, just because of that little thing that we had, many of the times when I would see her, I would feel uncomfortable. I would certainly, it's just like when someone walks into the room and the next thing your mood is spoiled. Imagine coming back from a stressful day at class and having to go to a room where the person that is just like a few meters from you is making you uncomfortable. That was a very unhealthy environment to be in, but it was just something that you had to do because basically you had no choice than to literally live in that room. You can't change rooms at any point till you're done, except you had to move somewhere off campus, and you've paid for your space, so you can't literally move out. So it was, that particular year was hellish, I would say, because of the whole uncomfortable thing going on between the both of us. So I literally let her live rent free, because most times when I see her, or most times I'll be literally talking about, okay, I had this uncomfortable roommate, blah blah blah, thinking about comments, thinking about certain things basically that I shouldn't have been bothering myself about. So what happened is, recently someone I know, someone also from school, posted a picture and was wishing her a happy birthday and basically good wishes for her birthday. And the picture literally struck me as a familiar face. I was like, I know this face somewhere, but I wasn't so sure who it was. I had to like rack my brain to basically remember her and now remember her name. So it took me a moment to basically remember who that was. To think that it was someone who I basically, in quotes, obsessed about at that point, just because of a minor issue. So it's like that's basically, it just made me laugh because it's like that, just a blurry memory. There are different times at different points in my life that I've had people who probably are obsessed about because of different kind of things, because maybe people who said certain things that made me feel uncomfortable, or slight comments, or maybe someone who talks down on me and stuff like that. But currently, those people, just thinking about it right now, or at that moment when I saw that picture and had that realization, many of those people I would say are blurry memories, are like, I don't remember them in the state that we ever met each other, except maybe if someone talks about them or I meet someone from that part of my life. And that's the way it is in life. Many of the times we give so much power to voices that we shouldn't give power to. We should learn to understand that people in our lives, many people in our lives, are literally just passengers. They are there for a season. They are there in the entire book of your life. They are there for a chapter. They might be there for a paragraph. Some people will be there for just a sentence. And the moment you're out of that state, you're out of that city, you're out of that country, you're out of that situation. Let's say it's a co-worker who basically likes to drop certain comments that make you uncomfortable, that makes you second guess yourself. The moment you're out of that job, if you don't keep touch with that person, if you detach yourself entirely from that person would, it will seem like that person did not exist in your reality, or that person has entirely gone extinct. So basically, I know that there are times there, I don't know if any one of us watching this video have at any point in our life obsessed over someone, or is currently obsessing over someone and letting them live rent-free in our heads, giving them so much power. People who should just be main extra characters, like just side characters in your story. I'm letting you know that you're literally letting temporal people make permanent impact, create permanent doubt in your life, which shouldn't actually be so, because you own your life, so you should be the one that should have the steering wheel of your life. In the next 3 years, in the next 2 years, in the next 5 years, many times you wouldn't remember your name, and those people too wouldn't remember your name. And you should understand that people who actually are going to be in your life through the entire season of your life, people who actually matter, will not mock you, will not look down on you, will not mock your dreams, will not make you feel small. They will be there with you along the journey while you try to figure out your life. So this is just a charge for every one of us to stop obsessing over certain people. And just drop it in the comments. Have there been a time where you probably obsessed over someone and thinking about it in the future now, you cannot literally remember, or you found it funny why on earth you literally gave them that much power over you? And like I said, I would always be dropping videos like this, videos of my thoughts, videos of things I learned from books, from my experiences, and personal vlogs, like I said. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video to someone you think probably needs to hear this. Thank you. See you in the next video.